So,
of course.
What I want to say is that these are data that have been thrown out by the elections. And individuals, academics, political parties will look at those numbers and do the analysis. We know that over the years, the numbers on the electoral roll continue to grow. Like you intimated earlier on, that the numbers that we saw in 2020 from the electoral roll went up by close to 2 million. Now we are looking at in excess of 18.7 million people on the electoral roll. But what we also know is that in 2016, a number of people voted for both President Mahama and Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. But in terms of the growth leading us to 2020, each of these personalities had their votes going up by a certain percentage. For instance, in 2016, you realize that President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo got 5.7 million votes. Former President Mahama, currently President-elect, got 4.7 million votes. Let's look at these same numbers getting to 2020. In 2020, President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo got 6.7 million votes. President Mahama moved from the 4.7 to 6.2, a growth of in excess of 1.5 million. That is from 2016 to 2020. President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo votes also saw a growth of about 1 million from that. Now let's look at these numbers. Though now the personalities change in NPP side, but in NDC it remained constant. It's the same President Mahama. 2024, the vote this time I'm going to use NPP and NDC so that we can get a picture right. In 2024, the NPP lost 40% of the votes compared to the votes we accumulated in 2020.
You are correct.
40%.
You are correct.
So it means that 40% people voted for NPP in 2020. That did not show up to vote for various reasons.
That's
which we are not ready to.
How do you say they failed to show up?
No, because you see, based on the numbers, I'm doing it based on my perspective of the numbers. You will do analysis in a particular manner. I disagree with the way you projected your analysis and the stance from which you came from. But that's fair. As for data analysis, you can look at it based on how you appreciate it. I'm saying that over 40% of people who voted for NPP did not show up to vote for NPP.
Why do you say they didn't show up?
If they showed up, they didn't vote for NPP. So I'm saying that they did not show up to vote for NPP. So it could be that...
No, say they did not vote for NPP. Don't say they didn't show up.
You could show up, but not vote for NPP, and you could also not show up.
Yes.
So both ways, and what the statement I use...
They're not the same. They showed up and did not vote for NPP. It's not the same as they didn't show up to vote for NPP. Those are substantial differences.
It will satisfy both ends. If you show up, they did not show up to vote for NPP. It could mean that they do not go there at all. It could also mean that they showed up, but they did not vote for NPP. Yes.
Master, you are inventing your own English.
If you allow me, I'm not. But if you allow me, so realize that about 2 million votes that Nana Addo Akufo-Addo got, or the NPP got, in 2020, we lost those votes in 2024.
That's accurate.
President Mahama in 2020 got 6.2 million votes. However, in 2024, President Mahama got 6.3. Now let's watch something. Look at the growth from 2016 to 2020. The votes President Mahama got, almost 1.5 million votes. addition to what he got previously.
And Akufo-Addo got how many in addition?
Akufo-Addo got about 1 million.
More.
That is why 1 million more. That is why the 2016 margin of 1 million reduced to 500,000. So even in analysis, we could say that even if the same vote or number of people showed up to vote for Akufo-Addo in 2020, or if NPP had gotten the same number of votes Akufo-Addo got in 2024, NPP would have won the elections by 400,000 votes.
I don't understand you.
I'm trying to say that these just are projections and analysis.
So all I'm saying is that
you didn't get those votes.
No, of course we didn't get. See, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying this thing to undermine the victory the NDC and President Mahama have chopped.
No, don't worry about that.
They've won the election fair and square.
Don't worry about
But these are looking at the numbers that were thrown out to all of us as a result of the elections.
How do you know that those votes you didn't get are NPP votes? How do you know that?
I didn't say NPP votes.
Okay.
What I said was that the number of the people who voted, because in elections, your party members will vote for you. People who do not belong to your party will vote for you. Even NDC members can vote for you. But I'm talking about the people who voted for Nana Addo Akufo-Addo in 2020. The 6.7 million people who voted, a little over 6.7 million people who voted for Nana Addo Akufo-Addo in 2020. If NPP had gotten the same amount of votes in 2024, and based on what President Mahama got, NPP would have won the elections.
What is the purpose of this analysis?
No.
What is the purpose?
I'm going to allow me.
You have lost.
Oh, of course. I've already admitted that we've lost the election.
No amount of voodoo mathematics.
No, there's no voodoo mathematics here. You see,
or give you hope.
No. Ankwesi, I belong to a political party. We've gone into an elections. We lost the elections. It is right for us to look at it and analyze the numbers as it came. And look at what the party needs to do in terms of its reorganization, re-energizing, and remobilization, and going to the grassroots and combing the country to understand what really were the challenges and the difficulties. How come we lost 40% of votes we got in 2020, in 2024? We need to appreciate and get all those things. But once we are doing those analyses, it is also statistically true that what President Mahama got in 2020 and what he got in 2024, the difference is a little over 100,000.
So?
It's a fact.
So
I'm doing analysis of facts. It's a lot of fact. So it means that there was not a lot of push for President Mahama in 2024.
Chief, how do you account? How do you account for the 1.7 million?
That did not vote for us.
No, the 1.8, almost 1.8 million new people on the voter roll. How do you account for them in this analysis?
See, I understand you, and you are right for asking that question. Because the point is that when you are asking that question, one could equally also ask these questions. We have 18.7 million people on the electoral register. Now, based on the results as shown now, we are looking about a little over 10 million people voting. About 8 million more people.
About 7 million. Yeah.
About 7 million thereabouts, close to 8 million people do not go and vote at all. They do not go there to vote for anybody.
Yes.
So you could also want to say those votes could include those of NDC, new entrants on the register. People have been on the register over the years. Members of the NPP who might be angry with one reason or the other, who did not show up to vote. There will be varied reasons. But you see, these things will be uncovered in the course of our quest to explore reasons why we lost 40% of our votes in 2020, in 2024.
Anyway, let me now finish the point that I was making. I mean, these statistics and so on.
And Ankwesi, sorry, I think there was a point Ankwesi made about one polling station, NPP got 0. And those are some of the alarming things that we need to look at. Because it should never happen.
Alarming.
I'm telling you, and I'll give you a reason why it should not happen.
But it was to be expected.
No, it should not happen. Because in terms of the structure of the NPP, we build our party based from the polling station. So we have polling station executives. So every polling station, we have 5-member executives. Then we are looking at coordinators within the electoral area. So this indicates that even the 5 people within that polling station do not vote for NPP. And these are supposed to be party people who ought to run the party at the electoral area.
So the
NPP needs to do more.
Polling agents did not vote for you.
Exactly. So if that's the case,
let me provide this information.
Yes.
It's easy. It's not rocket science. It's easy. The same places that zero was recorded. Zero was recorded. If you look at the parliamentary, zero was not recorded. The zero was only in presidential. When you take the parliamentary for the same polling stations, it wasn't zero. One of them that zero was recorded in the parliamentary, the NPP candidate had in excess of 300. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So there were people, hundreds of people who voted for the NPP's candidate in the parliamentary election, but did not vote for the NPP's candidate in the presidential election. And we all know that it has to do with the issues in that area.
I agree with you. So those are some of the reasons why we need to go behind this and understand. Because let me tell you something. In 2020, when you check the victory for Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo across the country in terms of constituencies, when you go to Central Region, for instance, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo won in 19 constituencies. But NPP did not win in those constituencies. It happens. Mm-hmm. When you check the number of constituencies that President Akufo-Addo won across the country, President Akufo-Addo won in 149 constituencies. But in terms of parliament, it was neck to neck. So those scenarios do happen.
What I've seen in this election,
we, the party members, I mean, this election.
What I've seen in this election.
But I'm not baffled.
The previous election results need some serious analysis, to be honest with you.
Well, we'll come to that.
Yeah.
We'll come to that.